SS, so I just assumed he was born to play bass.
Well, Michael Weiskopf is who I'm talking to. And Michael, let's have a concert. Michael, I always like having you here because you're a bigger Bob Dylan fan than I am. So
It is a competition, Mike.
Well, the reason why I got into folk music was because of Bob Dylan, and I had the biggest collection. I thought I was the number one guy until there are a lot of people like you who are Dylan fanatics.
And it's frightening because when I meet some people along the road, I realize how limited my own knowledge is. I mean, there are people that know every song, and there's a guy that runs a website called dylanchords.org, and it's a great resource for anybody that plays. And he updates his many live arrangements. He does tabs and chords, and whenever our band up north has an argument about what's the right chord or what did he use, we don't necessarily use the chords that he does, but we use that to settle the score.
Okay.
And this guy is out of Denmark, and he's obsessed like the rest of us. So.
Steve, are you obsessed with Bob Dylan as well?
Absolutely, completely, and utterly not. I've learned everything I know about Bob Dylan from Michael Weiskopf.
Oh, so forget about you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when's the last time you saw Bob?
Recently up in Broward at the Performing Arts Center just a couple months back in October.
That's right. He was doing Frank Sinatra tunes.
No, this time he didn't. That
Okay.
was 2 years ago. This time he stuck to his own stuff, and he's. What's fascinating about him, and I don't want to burn all my time with you talking about Dylan, but
Sure, I love it.
But what's fascinating is that he just keeps redoing his own work. He just keeps rearranging it, so it's never predictable. Sometimes it works better, in my opinion. Sometimes it doesn't work, but he's not afraid to experiment. He's made his career out of giving his audience, his biggest followers, what they don't expect and not necessarily what they want. But it's always interesting. He took like a Rolling Stone this time and totally slowed it down, turned it into a ballad, which it was originally. Originally was a minute and 13-second in three time as opposed to quarter time rather. And he did it kind of like that. It wasn't even a shuffle. But the way he did, he rearranged "Don't Think Twice" in a way that it stuck with me. So that's kind of inspired me to do it my own way again and differently. So there's no correct way to play a Bob Dylan song.
Was it a good concert?
It was great.
Okay.
What was weird about it was that he's got these great musicians. He's cut it down to a 5-piece now, and really it's a 4-piece if you think about it.
Because Dylan doesn't play.
He plays piano, and he kind of noodles on the piano. But he has some of the great musicians with him. The only solo, other than his own harmonica solos, which were great, that he threw the entire night was to the drummer, to George. And it's like, you got Charlie Sexton there. Why are you throwing a solo to the drummers? Never give solos in that format. But who knows why he did? He was in the mood. Whatever.
Well, so obviously Dylan had a big influence on your music.
On my life and my music. I mean, when I heard Bob Dylan for the first time, it's like Bruce Springsteen says, it was like somebody kicking in the door in your mind and the fences of your brain down, and so you could start thinking outside the box a little bit differently about everything, not just music, but about all of it.
Michael Weiskopf is here. I want to find out more about that, and I want to find out more about Steve, and I also want to play a song from your latest album, but we're coming up to the top of the hour. How about you playing a song right now?
Yeah, this is a brand new song. I just wrote this. It's one of my more polemic efforts. It's called "There Ain't No Dividend in Peace." We got a war machine, its funding never stops, and that's how we fund our military, how we fund our cops. We got security at airports and our borders. It's nothing personal, they only follow orders. Every time a bomb goes off, our bank accounts increase. There ain't no dividend in peace. Don't want to pay for schools, it's soldiers that we need. Don't want to feed the world, we'd rather have it bleed. No need for compassion, it just gets in the way. It's nothing personal, it's just don't really pay. Fear and distraction through the churches we will preach. There ain't no dividend in peace. Don't send us scientists, just keep providing soldiers. There's money in their wounds if they survive, if they grow older. We'll send them off to war if they come back alive. We'll turn a profit on them if they have survived. From the dawn of civilization, you could trace it back to ancient Greece. There ain't no dividend in peace. We use the media to conquer and divide. We just grow stronger while we watch you all take sides. When facts get in the way, we make them walk the plank. And we're laughing at you on our way to every bank. There's no end to our appetite, it's just gone to increase. There ain't no dividend in peace. And it goes on and on, the script it doesn't change. The players come and go, but the lines remain the same. Don't matter if we win or lose, 'cause the fix is in the game. Empires come and go, but we always remain. We never tire, and the fire will never cease. There ain't no dividend in peace. There ain't no dividend, ain't no dividend, ain't no dividend. It's a happy tune.
Michael Weiskopf in the WLRN studio. That sounded a little Dylan-ish.
No kidding. You think I could outgrow this typecasting ever?
But it was good. It was a good song.
Thank you very much.
We'll have more with Michael Weiskopf in just a moment. This is Folk and Acoustic Music. My name is Michael Stock, here every Sunday on 91.3 WLRN in HD1 Miami Fort Lauderdale, 91.5 WKWM in HD1 Marathon Key West, 90.7 WFLV HD2 West Palm Beach, and 101.9 NPR for the Palm Beaches.
American chamber players return to the Society of the Four Arts on February 6th. The Washington Post says the American chamber players